Somebody be banking on something. And whatever someone is currently banking on is pissing them off. But at the same time, this person is giving themselves away in a situation where if you're doing something right, this person was banking on the fact like, but I usually do with this. But then it's like, well, if they're gonna go off the grid for this, then this is our perfect time and opportunity to take advantage of getting this done, going to take this, going to do that. Somebody was planning either this, like, to stall something, steal something, delay something, um, also do some form of noise control. But however, whoever this person is, like I said, they use 205, but the prevalence of it is every action cause a reaction instead of a response. So someone took the fact that, was it Wednesday, Wednesday or Thursday, so whatever day I went to go pay for the rent, somebody's aggression basically sparked what they would do today. So yesterday they couldn't pull what they wanted to pull, but today, which is like I said, which I already knew this is what they was gonna do, so they was taking it as, oh, they have no tag, how they did this, so if you want to do your attack, you can go ahead and use 205. I'll make sure that you can go ahead and get in there and no one's gonna know. But whoever it is, if they didn't want somebody to know that somebody was in this apartment next door, this person just don't all day, like throughout the fucking place. And I'm just sitting here like, but the footsteps has been really light. But it's also at the same time, the aggression of the behavior is like someone has ill intent. And with the ill intent, it's just like, okay, well, they're asleep. So someone is still using the cameras to just like, okay, well, they're asleep. But I'm also seeing that they doing this and they're purchasing that. So this is also with delivery. This is also someone's not paying attention to the fact that they didn't feel that the person would pay attention, that they'll become passive aggressive. So this is a passive aggressive behavior. But like I said, the whole time that I'm asleep, and it's like, you can't really sleep if you don't keep hearing somebody's fucking feet. Like whoever the fuck is next door, they got some heavy ass fucking feet. Like if this was doing a crime, motherfucker, you just consider yourself fucking caught. Like if somebody was really in a paranoid state, they'll be like, ugh, all I hear is this noise next door. And somebody go knock on the door, they're gonna be sitting there being still and acting like they ain't do this shit the whole time. But the thing of it is, it's just like it's something set up where these people don't realize that they're watching whenever like the person go to sleep. Like they're gonna track the person's sleep pattern. You got to pay attention to that. Someone is like, fuck, well, why is it that we can't do this? It's definitely somebody from like out of state, and this is also somebody in the state and in the county. But this is also somebody realizing that, okay, well, I have this issue with them, and it's either somebody that's black or somebody who is Hispanic, though. So it's only those two. Because whoever it is the white girl went on ahead and was just like, yeah, do this because I refuse to be disrespected in this way. But it's like I said, it's like, you know how you trying to sleep, but a motherfucker just can't sit there and be still. And this is like a motherfucker, well, I'm going to walk all the way around the room. And then, like, when you put your head against the wall, so as you can see, you can barely see it, but when you put your head against the wall, and depending on the build of your building, I'm gonna tell you how I was taught certain shit. You can tell if they're within your building or if it's gonna be coming from another place. So I was like, when you gotta verify, you just usually put it next to a socket, and you can tell if it's somebody close to you. If it's in your same building or if it's a different connect, especially when you live in like duplex condos and apartments and shit like that. But also, these are people not realizing that they making a connection about who all they using. So, am I tapping into a sting operation at this time? So somebody might be doing sting and watching, seeing somebody if they gonna steal something, if they gonna approach something. Excuse me. Okay, they're definitely doing that. So that's one key sign to fall back. So these motherfuckers don't. Yeah, okay, bright ideas. They need them to keep doing what it is that they doing at this time. Cause child, this the type of shit that give you insomnia, but it's like I think I should be cranky at this time, and I'm not cranky yet. If anything, it's just sparking curiosity. Also, someone wants to take the opportunity with it about the storm as well, and somebody's still trying to like block calls, emails, and shit like that. So that's useful too. Because either way, it wouldn't matter because his fucking phone is on D&D, so that still works. However, whoever this person is, it's giving little female steps, or whoever this is. If it's a man, they must be short than a motherfucker. Cause it's just like pit pat, pit pat. Somebody gotta be fucking short than a motherfucker. If it's dude, if not, it's a fucking female. They just don't know how to fucking walk light, or utilize like when they moving. Also, somebody hijacking the internet, the IP address, but it's already been tracked about what type of phone it is because whoever it is, they be laying their phone down on something on a chair or something, and then like when they be walking away to go do other things, it's vibrating. Like if anything, you just know to keep it on silent and pay attention. And you put the phone on flash, but somebody doesn't do that. Also, someone is like some predators are in the area. And here's sex offenders though. But these are married couples too. These are people that just like mainly be like having animals. But if it's somebody with some kids, that's just even fucking worse. But this is also given the fact because with this area, like I really just well, you know what I'm saying? People gonna do what they gonna do. These are people not realizing that they was gonna watch it even more heavier because with the people who stay in the area, you know, Air Force, and then you got the Space Force and stuff like that, and you got NASA here. So of course, that's gonna always be a breeding ground for a place of interest, because I was like, damn, ancestors, you don't ever allow me to go somewhere where y'all don't be able to find the most interesting shit in the world, because this was gonna always be like, okay, if this girl gonna go from here, she gonna go to another place, and whatever place she gonna go to is gonna lead us to an even bigger fucking case. And apparently, me being where I'm at, and these motherfuckers pulling the shit that they do, somebody is a cadet, okay? Something that this person did recently within the last 72 hours or within the last 30 days sparked somebody's interest. So somebody's doing something either with cell phones, internet, or they're allowing people in and out of a particular area that sparked their interest, which also sparked their interest about where they popped those fireworks at yesterday and at this Baptist church right here in front of where I stay at. So that shit right there is sparking somebody's interest in the craziest way. And whenever they find it out, oh, and it's also leading to whatever someone's doing next door as well. not not the ones over here with the kids is leading to this place in 205 because 205 has been a place of interest. So the same way where they've been watching somebody coming in and out, sitting on the porch and shit like that. These are people that can't sit down. They're very anxious. They gotta move around. Also, somebody deal with like eczema or some shit like that. Also, it's definitely a man, but they doing something for a fucking female. This female got a smell to her, man. I don't know, somebody's doing some shit they ain't got no fucking business though. But either way it goes, it's like soon as somebody get ready to do that, like somebody is in ego and whatever ego this person is, they would have had a better chance. Like in certain shit you back off in, but this person don't want to back off, so they wait. Somebody's really waiting for somebody to take action on it too. Somebody waiting for somebody to make their move. Because they know it's going to link to something even bigger. So it's like this person's birthday could be either in February, April, or November. Somebody could be 20, somebody could be like 40. Somebody have something with the left ear. Something with their left ear. Somebody got some kind of mark on their throat too, or under their neck, the chin or something. The peck, the peck chin, the peck chin. So someone's trying to do something with chakras, or somebody keep doing something with rocks. Somebody could have used a friend, somebody's name or Rock. Somebody's name could be Rock or Brock. Also, somebody's like, boyfriend, can you do me a favor? Somebody's in the military too. So these are like military people, retired people. This is also some people that they contract and shit with too. This is also someone who they trying to pay like to like watch and monitor YouTube. So whatever it is that they're trying to do, they could be watching it and monitoring it. It's like, oh, did they just get this? Okay, so we'll make sure that somebody gonna try to pull this bullshit again. Like, well, make sure when you doing the delivery that you do it over here instead of over there, and then if they sleep or whatever, we can go ahead and try to steal this. Somebody really trying to steal somebody's shit just to try to provoke. Like somebody wants to steal something in order to provoke something. They was either gonna pay a little kid to do this. It's like I give you $10 if you just go over there and go take it and put it over here. Or somebody be using a fucking kids to do this shit. Or somebody be liking their kids' friends to come over to do shit. This is some weird ass shit. If it's over here in this neighborhood, that shit, I mean, for me personally, I wouldn't be shocked because how these motherfuckers be moving around and how they willing to, have their blinds open at particular times and shit like that. Like, this allow you to know, like, these motherfucking people, they down with some bullshit like this. This is also some folks trying to figure out like shit, when this shit gonna kick in and when it's gonna have an effect to do something. Somebody's trying to clean off fingerprints or trying to clean off like their cookies or something like that about what they did. Because I'm telling you, somebody, in order for you to literally hijack an IP address, you're going to either have to be in like a 20 feet radius of that person. So it's literally like somebody is doing something they ain't got no business doing, but it's like You know how like people can pay other people to sit there and monitor like IP address or monitor like a person's box. So someone could have went and like got the information about what somebody purchased, what's their internet, ethernet, and stuff like that. And then it's like they watch how somebody for a reason. I know for a fact for me, they watch this motherfucking apartment right next to me, 205. They watch it 205. Heavy than a motherfucker. They watching that motherfucker heavy like a motherfucker. Who coming in, who coming out, what they doing, what they brought, what they didn't bring. They sitting there, and then it's like it's gonna give them grounds to go ahead to go deal with whoever the property manager is, whoever the people are part of the leasing, and then they're gonna look at the people who runs the corporation. It's like, oh, so this is how y'all do that. So that, damn, this is literally gonna lead for them to go ahead and hit something. So something over the next 30 days about whatever person, whatever move that somebody decide to fucking make or decide to do. This shit is gonna dictate and predict the next fucking 30 days of every person who's could be tied to whoever's in 205, and then everybody else around in this motherfucking complex is gonna literally lead up to what everybody fucking doing over the next 30 days. And it's crucial. And it ain't like some lightweight shit, because it's like somebody has some ill intent, but it's like this is Illinois. Somebody could be from Illinois or something like that. Illinois, Ohio, Indiana. So Midwest. Something about the Midwest. Somebody's last name could be West. First, middle, or last name. Or starts with a W. Winston, Weston. Somebody wanted to use a gun. So Smith and Weston. Somebody talking some shit too right now. Because I'm hearing, how dare you? Like, you disrespected me, and then you come over here and you do this, and then you do that. All right, Cassandra. Somebody putting themselves into a rude awakening about some situation that they allowed into a neighborhood. But like I said, whoever the fuck they allowed in that motherfucker, they don't know how to walk lightly at all. That shit was annoying. And it's like, I don't want to be on this motherfucker, but y'all keep doing stupid shit. It is definitely a man too. Something is about to be dismantled in the craziest way. Somebody wants somebody to have a runaround to avoid what the secret is gonna come out. Cause somebody's like, damn, you walking around some shit at this time. And somebody said, I can feel it. I know they talking around some shit, but it's like you hitting on some shit, but you talking around this shit. But it's like, are you really? Somebody could be in the surrounding area, but it's just like, are you gonna speak on it? Or you not? This is also somebody hesitant about stopping something or allowing some bullshit to keep going. But it's just like somebody don't know where the mole is. Also, there's a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, masculine or a man and a female trying to block some type of communication from coming on, or got somebody watching something in order to do something. Like somebody got into somebody's head about some bullshit. But they trying to hide the fact about whoever this music person is, this gun trafficking bullshit is, whoever this female is that's part of the music industry. But it's just like somebody gonna have to give up. It's not like, well, they're gonna end up giving up, because I mean, whoever is gonna be the main fucking person doing something, because whoever is covering it up or trying to play along like they covering it up, they about to get locked up. Somebody was really watching somebody lurk in the background over the last 5 weeks. This is military veteran. These are military people, active duty, retired, veterans, other things like that. So 5 weeks, 5 days. So over like a month, a week, 5 days. Somebody's doing something. Somebody's name could be Ashley or something like that. So whoever this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, or this could be the same fucking person with this military, these people, these hitmen that could be facing judgment, or two people went on ahead and collaborated and said, fuck this shit, we gotta bring something into this. But something dying out. Someone's trying to take an opportunity about this storm because somebody don't want some shit to come out about some kids. But that shit's been hidden in the Lex 4 days. Somebody's name is Lex, or somebody could be driving a Lexus. Or somebody's name is Alexis. Alexis, Alicia. Or somebody's last name could be Alicea. Alonzo. Or Alana. Somebody is actually also Russian as well. Somebody is Russian. And this is who they trying to figure out. Like, somebody lied to a Russian about some type of guns and some betrayal or something like that. So somebody trying to blend in about what it is that they're participating in. That's where it came in at. A registered nurse. Somebody who was sick. So somebody could be saying like, oh, that's who we're using. Okay, so that makes sense about the children hospital and the Russian people coming in, because that leads back to Marcus was in the hospital back in April last year. The lady that was next to me was from like Ukraine or some shit like that, but also something about the husband was from Russia. But these were the people letting these couples know, because they come from like a whole lot of money, but it was like they use my son as the test against certain things that they use for blood cells and blood skins. This is some shit where these motherfuckers been coming up with lies and shit, and then Carla and all of them, like, this shit is like fucking annoying to me right about now, because you using a special needs disabled fucking child to do this shit, and it's like they've been trying to keep it quiet, and it's like, well, we got to convince that the mother is crazy or something like that. Somebody was hoping this shit didn't come out, like doing a runaround, because it's like for certain people to come in, it's like that's part of the organ harvesting ring. Like, somebody don't get that blood watching, blood monitoring. Oh, well, this person need this type of blood or thing in their system in order for the blood to be effective for this person. And they love to use the fuck out of fucking black people. Somebody knew this shit, and it's just like, you wasn't supposed to find out about this shit. And then when Ayana is a perfect candidate, because it's like, well, when it comes to facial features and stuff like that, now blood, I want to say Yana, it was Yana and Adrian, they got the other blood type. So with them doing that, because a lot of people sit there and they get, curious when it comes to a certain blood, I know the type of children that I have. These are fucking people that sit here playing with this shit, and it's just like, somebody just now went, as soon as I said that, it was like, nah, she gonna figure out every fucking piece of shit. Somebody gonna be sitting here trying to do a fucking reversal all fucking night. Because this was somebody sitting there. Somebody's last name is Knighton, McKnight, or some shit like that. And somebody realizing with this fucking thing, it's like, how the fuck is this person a O positive? Either you're only a O positive or O negative, that can be a person that can sit there to have children with AB positive, AB negative, and then to have different kids of blood types. You gotta be a very rare type to do that. I am she. This is motherfuckers feeling like somebody ain't gonna ever fucking notice that They've been doing this shit since fucking 2008. Once they figured out, like, oh, when they, especially when Ayana is my first one. So the next person that they're gonna try to do that to, which sometimes it mutates in the body, and it could cause certain things to happen amongst kids. These are fucking people feeling like how the fuck you supposed to know this? Which that means that if I had like it means a lot of heavy fucking shit in this, and somebody was feeling like I wouldn't ever fucking figure this out on a government level. Like, don't nobody go this fucking hard for just nobody. Like, these are people that be just hoping that they can play on your fucking self-esteem and confidence. Like, yeah, I can play it small just as long as you need me to fucking play it small, but how fucking long we gonna keep doing this shit? And Medicaid have a secret fucking program, whether people know it or not, that they love to look for certain people with particular DNA. And most of the time, it's a lot of fucking people. When I had to ask a person, I'm like, do you know your blood type? And people be like, what you talking about? What's your blood type? If you don't know your motherfucking blood type, these motherfuckers gonna get over on your ass about any and every fucking thing. They know about when they go do these particular surgeries. And some of these women don't know shit about their motherfucking blood type, let alone their DNA, their RNA, their RH, none of that shit, because there's certain DNAs, RNAs, RH, and other things and genomes in your fucking system that can cause your body to fucking regenerate particular cells. And when they can't get it to you as the parent or the mother or the father of fucking children, they'll sit there and do shit to the fucking kids, and then they gotta diagnose you, make it seem like you crazy, and then they need certain people to go ahead and back up that shit. And most of the time, in order for it to be effective, they need up to 10 people to do that shit. And then with it, if you come from poor, impoverished fucking type of families, they take advantage of it due to the simple fact, oh, okay, well, they come from poverty and shit, so they gonna do anything to keep the fucking money. If not, they find it even fucking funny, because now I'm getting, oh, this shit ain't even fucking funny no more. The biggest part of this is when it comes to organ harvesting and people come from the hood and shit like that. Like I said, most of the time they pay attention to certain people where they can get over this shit. Carla was a perfect fucking candidate to be able to utilize her RN, her registered nursing, and then she got really fucking good. Like, when a motherfucker start lying, they get really fucking good at fucking lying, or AKA become fucking narcissists at the benefit, and they don't give a fuck who they fucking hurt in the process, long as they get the fuck what they want out of this shit. Her and fucking Shannon was the perfect fucking duo to do this shit, because both of them would lie to each other, but shit, in order to keep the motherfucker, she was willing to do any fucking thing to keep this motherfucker, to keep the runaround and keep the secret from coming out from back in they school days and back to the other times in their motherfucking life. But that took full fucking advantage, because I'm pretty sure she would have become a fucking registered nurse if they knew what the fuck she was doing before she became an RN. I'm 1,000% sure that certain people wouldn't be kicking it with her, because shit, the same way Kiara had the same issue, Carla had that same issue. The same way Sheila got her fucking issue was the same thing that they both fucking went through because of what they mama. And then they all of them had fucking ties to the gang. Craig, he was never part of the fucking gang. He just got affiliated with it, because shit, you get locked up as a young ass kid, you gonna need some type of fucking protection. But bedside manners, this is motherfuckers that take advantage of it. And I'm not gonna keep fucking repeating myself about how the fuck they do this shit. The person, Carla, should not never have been able to come a fucking RN and consider certain charges, because one of her charges was her and Sheila was considered starting a fucking riot whenever it came to the goddamn police, after they done beat the shit out of one of these fucking military. And I remember exactly where we stayed at Mission Boulevard, Candlewood Apartments. It was a girl that sat there, she was fucking with a soldier, and the soldier was trying to fucking beat her ass. I think her name was like Lawanda or some shit like that. She had a big ass iguana, and we was over there, and I was like trying to help them with the animals so they can go ahead and go figure out where the soldier was, because it was about three of them, and he had tried to beat on her. So they was like, fuck that. They all came from the strip club before they was going to the club, and they beat the brakes off this motherfucking dude. Okay, him and his motherfucking friends, a long time ago, they was very fucking notorious for fucking up these men whenever they did some shit, and then they'll do hoodoo and voodoo on their ass, and sometimes they'll get rid of them. And these are motherfuckers, like I said, I've been playing nice with a lot of you little motherfuckers. But then it was like at the same time, This as a kid, you get to see more or less who's the predators, who's the pedophiles. But then at the same time, on a higher level, whenever they was doing like certain insurance fucking things on people, that they they would hire prostitutes and shit like that, but they would let them be like CNAs, LPNs and shit like that. And they'll go in there and be like, yeah, I got this one client in here, they family don't come in and stuff like that. They be knowing more or less who's in the hospitals where they can get rid of them for insurance money for the hospital itself and the workers around there, because would nobody be there to claim the money for it. They also knew about certain patients that will be in there where they be like, oh, this person really ain't sick, they ain't senile or nothing like that. And then you'll get certain nurses that be in that bitch and be like, well, what kind of DNA and blood type? What's their blood type? And when they get to talking about what the fuck the blood type is, that's when they start doing hoodoo and voodoo work on fucking people. And then when they be finding out that these people be having relatives in the music industry, medicine and shit like that, because the bigger the industry is, the more fucking money they can get out of this shit. Some of these motherfuckers is crazy that every fucking celebrity that always seem to fucking be dying, they ain't dying for no motherfucking reason. They dying because they be knowing fucking secrets about some shit. Angie Stone, Smokey Robinson, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, now the dude from Kill Bill. That man was perfectly motherfucking healthy. You bullshit me and this bullshit. But hoodoo and voodoo, a lot of these fucking military veterans, especially if they came from the fucking heavy from like Korea all the way to the fucking Gulf War, and motherfuckers that was the first half of Iraq, these motherfuckers is well versed and they already know how these bitches get down when it comes to hoodoo and voodoo. If you would hear that they was in the motherfucking military, especially in the 80s or the 90s, them niggas knew about that voodoo root work and hoodoo shit like that. And they knew about which one of them bitches that used to be wanted to be video girls. If they was tricking, they was lot lizards and shit like that. It's a lot of fucking people. And then they go take that fucking situation and go give the money to the people at the churches. And then at the churches, they'll go sit over there and spot out which kids, families was coming in and didn't have food to eat. They'll be sitting there watching what kids' parents was just having kids and shit like that, how they could take advantage of them because ain't nobody watching them. Churches was more notorious than what it was on the streets, than you to get taken advantage of, to get traffic and people to steal fucking money from you. That's why when I was sitting there talking about the fucking white lady from the fucking other church, right along with Rita, because her stupid ass went along with some shit. If you gonna cover up some shit about your husband, release that fucking toxicology. Everybody fucking deserve to fucking know, regardless of what a pastor is or not. Shit, if you gonna put everybody else's fucking business on blast, you might as well put this nigga shit on blast. They was in hoodoo and voodoo trying to cover up the shit that they did back in 1996, 97, 98, in 2000 and motherfucking 2 to 2000 motherfucking 4. That's why when it came to Carla and all them and all these motherfuckers that's doing this shit, and like I said, if I'm saying your goddamn name, the Demings and all these motherfuckers, and they trying to keep it quiet, they needed to go ahead and get an old crew that they know is still right along with it, but they knew that, hey, well, if we gonna be quick witted with this shit, we need to cover it up. And their biggest fucking pushers in this situation were Mexicans. So that's because the last dude I was with, they did more shit when even when we was in Lawton, Oklahoma, Lawton Fort Sill, you see every fucking thing. Koreans, Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese. We had a few Puerto Ricans because we have Puerto Ricans people in this so-called family. We have Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, we had Japanese motherfuckers, we had Korean motherfuckers, we have more white people, and then you had the Native American Indian motherfuckers, Aztec and Mayan. So you had, Blackfoot, Sioux, all that shit. So all the shit, the people that's fucking surrounding me, and then the people doing it, which they also used to always force fucking religious. So you're not gonna convince me otherwise. And then when they used to do the certain shit, you gotta remember, hey, As kids, kids just be seen and not heard, right? So you hearing every fucking thing in the room or what the fuck going on. And when they talking about if they wasn't pushing the drugs, if they wasn't dropping the fucking body, if they wasn't over here trying to get money off of to keep quiet and get these NDAs off of these music motherfuckers, 10 times out of 10, they will figure out how to fucking go drive to other fucking states and do fucking organ harvesting. If it wasn't organ harvesting, it was giving up blood. So most of the time when they know people giving up blood at these little blood banks and shit like that, they test y'all motherfucking bloods to give it to blood cells to fucking people that got fucking money that can afford it, but they don't want to fucking wait. So with them not wanting to wait, they'll bring other people in from other countries, other states and shit like that. And God forbid that you got particular ass fucking DNA or RNA, they fit to use the fuck out of you. And of course, anybody around you too. Oh, you look like you thirsty for money, so they know who's going to betray who for the little bit of fucking money for the low. They be fucking knowing. That's why it's just like, oh, well, we're going to pay this mechanic to go try to take her out because, that she ain't going to know, we're going to make it seem like she's sick or she falling or she needs some type of help or something like that. That's why when it comes to certain apartments and shit like that, I remember as a fucking kid how the fuck they used to do that shit over by the Sandpiper, how they used to do that shit in Candlewood, how they used to do that shit in Mission Boulevard. So these motherfuckers not doing anything different. All it is just 2025. You got to pay attention to how the fuck these bitches move. Most of the time, back in the day, one of Carla's biggest, closest little corporate, that motherfucker was either a Trini, a Guyanese motherfucker, or a Jamaican motherfucker that they used to use. Currently, what is it that the motherfucker that they use to go ahead and drop my baby? Jamaicans, somebody from the fucking Virgin Islands, Guyanese, a Haitian, or African. That shit ain't, you gotta sit there and make confusion, chaos and confusion is the devil's work. But the person who's clearing out the confusion is the person who's doing the Lord's work. And clearly y'all want to keep making the fucking illusion. And with the fucking illusion, they got to fucking figure out the confusion, in which I was sitting there trying to warn this motherfucker. It's not that I got pregnant one time, not two times, too many motherfucking times. And apparently now they got to look at your ass. They got to look at your family. And now it's like if somebody getting sick, they ain't getting sick for no motherfucking reason. So, of course, I'm going to make that shit look real fucking good to you. Like, I'm going to pay you some real good fucking money. Betray this bitch, hurt her. Go ahead and do this. They only want you to do that because your DNA is sitting there looking too fucking good for them, because it's like, how the fuck are you getting this one doing? So what kind of blood or DNA you got? So either you got some type of blood or DNA or something like that, and we got to figure this out. The fuck? So this is like somebody trying to convince me, motherfucker, you don't feel that I know who the fuck I am? The fuck? Somebody doing some stupid ass shit, but this is all this shit just to try to cover up the fact that they did some fuck shit, stole some money, and then it's like, now somebody gotta sit there and look fucking confused because it's like, oh, like now we fucking get it, but you allowing that this bullshit that you got involved with these corrupt ass wannabe police, they ain't shit police about their ass. The only thing they policing is trying to cover their own ass, which is, oh, we did this and we did that. And now motherfuckers right now, it's motherfuckers in the streets. We're sitting here right now like, goddamn, so we really was supposed to be working with this bitch. You took the real fucking blood money that they trying to bind y'all asses to the shit. So when all the shit go down, these motherfuckers gonna make sure that they ass covered up. Regardless, like I said, I'm making it very clear as day. I don't give a fuck about what type of lifestyle you live. You taking fucking money and doing a gameplay with the wrong motherfuckers that's gonna still lock y'all asses up at the end of the day. Regardless if you could be the fucking chief of police, you could be the fucking minister or pastor, but let your ass be a different fucking nationality than these motherfuckers who really been running this shit. They gonna still make sure your ass take this. But that's why I said with the funniest part of this situation, hey, you using veterans, you using hoodoo voodoo motherfuckers, they using the church shit, you trying to conceal it, but you want to know what the thing of it is? In this one car right here, it's 3 different races here. 3 different nationalities of these motherfuckers in here. Somebody was going to make sure that one motherfucking person was going to get caught red-handed. It wasn't going to be them. But I guarantee it's somebody that they don't like it. It's part of this fucking government or part of the fucking mayor and shit like that. And you part of my shit. You're fucking up my shit and you're pissing me the fuck off. So I want you to piss off and leave this person alone because they knew somebody's name could be McCauley or something like that. They knew eventually somebody would catch on to something and they didn't know when or how. But then also they didn't realize that these same fucking people, somebody's name could be McCall or some shit. But this is at the same time somebody didn't realize that at the same time somebody was going to catch on to this, but somebody did realize at the same time somebody would catch up. But before they did this, it's like, well, shit, I got an idea. We can offer this person and see if we can convince them to do the same shit that they did 30 years ago or 3 years ago or something like that, 13, 15 years ago, and whatever the fuck it is, we can still get away with this because how is that this person's DNA is a miracle and they've been testing these other motherfuckers around me with their DNA and their DNA is not as efficient because the shit that they use with these people's DNA, if it wasn't mine or my children or anything that I give fucking birth to, they already fucking knew that it was not going to be useful. So somebody literally been using these motherfuckers' DNA, even with their kids getting sick and stuff like that, drawing their fucking blood. They realizing their blood ain't useful, but hers and her children's are. So either that, even if we don't even use their blood and they kids pass away, and we use their organs and shit, they realizing that shit is beyond motherfucking useful. That's why when some people sit there and be fucking with people, it's like, know who the fuck you fucking with and realize at the same time, everybody can play fucking dumb, but how long do you want somebody to fucking keep playing dumb with your stupid ass? This is like you utilizing my child, but they realize that at the same time, like, how many of her kids got different DNAs? How many? Like, this is like somebody like, so you knew the whole time about your kids' DNA? Hell yeah, I fucking knew. Y'all sitting here trying to play with these lies, and then you sit here trying to play with death and play with these kids. Okay, you got about 4 or 5 of them, and so that leaves 2. So we're going to keep sitting here trying to do that. And this is like somebody like, this shit blew back in our fucking face. How the fuck was she gonna know that? I thought her aunt said that she wouldn't ever wake up to this stuff. And the biggest fucking part of it is one motherfucker you sitting there going against one fucking person that can save your motherfucking whole life, even in any fucking type of court case, motherfucker. And that's why I'm just like, it don't matter. So we gonna sit here and keep trying to play like we're not gonna help her. We're gonna get, because I'm getting whoever this fucking doctor on these lawyer motherfucker is, or judge, lawyer, whoever, the sheriff or medical people who got ties to these people with this music industry, thinking that they was going to be able to hide behind this bullshit with these veterans, with the VA and this goddamn judge and shit like that, keep trying to play like y'all don't know where the hell somebody is at. That story is drying the fuck up. Because you still currently trying to set some shit up to unalive somebody or get them in the hospital to go ahead and use their blood, DNA, or fucking organs because you want to use somebody as a test dummy without consent. This is all the fuck it is. Like I said, how many people do you know have the different type of fucking blood types? As a matter of fact, I'm going to do you one better. I'll be right back.